Now, winter gardening can be challenging, but with the right techniques, you can grow fresh vegetables even in the colder months. My name is Ruben Molale. In today's video, we will share some tips and techniques on ways to extend your growing season and grow fresh vegetables throughout the year. So here are some tips to get you started. Firstly, it's important to plant winter hardy vegetables. Now, some crops are heat-loving crops like tomatoes, bell peppers, among others, but some crops just do much better in cooler temperatures. So in order to have a successful winter vegetable garden, it's important to plant the right vegetables or crops for this season. Now, I recently made a video on my 10 favorite cool season crops. I'll put a card up there if you need some ideas on what to grow, but it is important to plant the right vegetables for the winter season. Now, in addition to that, it is also wise to start your seed in time so that your plants can be established by the time the temperatures in your area become very cold. However, if you're going to plant some seedlings during the winter season, it's important to ensure that you provide sufficient protection to your seedlings. Now, cloches is one of the ways that you can provide protection to your seedlings. Now, cloches are open-bottomed coverings that can be placed over your seedlings. Traditionally, cloches used to be bell-shaped and used to consist out of glass, but you can actually make your own cloches by just cutting off the bottom of a plastic bottle and then firmly place it over your seedlings. Just ensure that you remove the cloches during those warm days so that your seedlings cannot get overheated. Now, cold frames is also another technique that can be used to actually extend your growing season. And just like cloches, cold frames can create a conducive environment for your plants to grow during those cold months. So if you have the resources and the space to invest in a cold frame, it will help you to grow vegetables during the colder months. But you can even make your own cold frames by using old window frames. But cold frames is a great tool to extend your growing season. And many growers use cold frames as a mini greenhouse and also as a transitioning space for their seedlings from indoors to the outside environment. Now, one of my favorite tools to extend my growing season is row covers. Now, row covers are made out of lightweight, breathable fabric. They can just be draped over your plants. This will provide sufficient protection to your plants during those cold months and also protect your plants against frost and some wind chills. So I just draped it over my plants and I use stones and bricks just to anchor the row cover so that the wind cannot blow it off. But I find that row covers is one of the most affordable ways for me to provide my plants and my seedlings protection during those cold winter months. And finally, it's advisable to start your seed off indoors during the winter time. So direct seeding can actually result in low germination rate due to the fact that the soil temperatures will be cold and seed requires warmth and moist to germinate successfully. By starting your seed indoors, you will then be able to improve your germination rate and also the chances of getting a beautiful harvest during the winter season. But there are many techniques that can be used to extend your growing season. But with these techniques, I believe you will be able to grow beautiful vegetables all year round. But if you need some more ideas and information on how I go about taking care of my seedlings, click right here on this video and check out my seedling care routine. And there's also another video here right here that explains why I prefer to transplant most of my plants. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to see you in future videos. Keep on sowing and growing.